Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Short Sale Power. I kicked my legs up. I don't know if they can see that. Maybe they can. I'm relaxed.
Were you yawning or speaking? I'm not even sure.
It's Friday. I'm ready for the weekend. This has been a long week, a 4-day week. Well, hold on. Never mind. I'm sorry.
It has been a 4-day week.
It has been a 4-day week.
Except we filmed for Monday.
Yes.
Short Sale Power Hours. ShortSalePowerHour.com. Kevin, he's Fred. We should probably start this one over, but since we don't do tea takes on the show, you're stuck with this crappy intro.
Yeah. No, so let's get more excited because today's topic that we've handpicked for you has to do with making more money or also keeping what is yours.
Yeah, commission, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our commissions.
So, it's actually interesting because I think in the last couple of years, the fight to keep our commission down from banks has softened a little bit. That's my perception anyway.
Some, yeah.
Okay? But there are still a lot of second lien holders out there that like to dictate commission, and they're my favorite.
Yeah.
The second lien holder says you can only have 5%. Meanwhile, the first lender, it's an investor-owned loan from Fannie and Freddie, and there, of course, will pay 6. Yet the second one wants to give you 5. How do you handle that kind of situation, Kevin?
I love it when the second lender. Well, it starts with me hanging up on the person I'm speaking to.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Kindly telling them your phone is about to disconnect.
No, I just say you're dumb and I hang up.
Okay.
So, and I call their boss because I've pre-escalated on them. And if you don't know what that is, check out the Short Sale Crush It video series. So, no, realistically, hey, second lender doesn't want to pay the commission. It's great. There's a quick script that I always use, and it has very simply, hey, you know what, Mr. Second Lender, even if I was to only take 5% commission, the sad reality is your company wouldn't get that money. It'd have to go to the first lender. Since the first lender is actually the one who dictates commissions and pays it, I'm going to go ahead and take the 6 as mandated by them. And if you don't like it, I'll just tell on you. I mean, literally, you can do that. Again, I used to go through that script. I like to hang up on people now. It's more fun because I just don't have the patience level. But just go reminding them that, hey, you're not paying the commission, smarty.
Yeah.
Like, you realize that if I give up money, it goes back to the first lender, not to you.
Yep. And, I mean, it really is that simple. When a second lender is trying to dictate commissions, it's just, it doesn't matter. And, if you have this conversation with you, well, if you take a higher commission or a lower commission, we'll be able to get more money. No, you're dumb. I haven't heard that one in at least a couple of months, but I'm sure I'll hear it again this week just because I talked about it now.
Right.
But anybody that at a second lender that says, well, we want you to take less so we can get more, doesn't understand that the first lender's calling the shots. Now, I mean, I get that they both have to come to an agreement, but just because I take a lesser commission doesn't automatically mean the second's going to get more money. The first is always going to have some sort of guideline on how much the second can get. And so when you hear that kind of nonsense, you just have to understand and put into perspective that the person you're talking to has no clue what they're talking about. And if a first lender wants to challenge you on commissions and not pay you enough, well, then you need to first of all know who the investor on the loan is. That's the first key.
Yeah.
So if you don't know how to find out investor information on a loan, then you need to go buy our Crush It series, or you need to attend one of our Short Sales Gone Wild classes and learn how to do that, because that's a process. But you've got to know who the investor is on the first before you can properly fight commission. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, you have to know who the investor is.
Because if you know it's Fannie or Freddie or VA or FHA, then it's not even an argument. It's not even like yelling at them or trying to negotiate. It's just informing them that they don't know who the investor is on their own loan and that they're wrong.
I believe that standard real estate commissions should be pushed to 7% for short sales.
I agree.
All banks, everybody should be paying 7% for
I
short
think
sales.
buyer's agents should get 3, and I think listing agents should get 4.
Absolutely.
I'm sure some people won't like that comment.
I don't really care if you don't like that comment. Listing agents do more work in a short sale. No, but seriously, at the end of the day, we've all, every single lender out there has run the numbers. They know how much money a short sale saves them over foreclosure. Mm-hmm. Here's an idea. Most of them are, I don't want to say most, a lot of lenders have gone out and spent money on making the short sale process easier, more capable, so that way they can process more short sales. Well, have you ever considered offering incentive to the person who's actually selling the damn house? Like, hey, Mr. Listing Agent who's working his ass off to get this short sale done for me so I don't have to hire an REO agent and a trustee to foreclose on this property. I mean, how about I'll give you an incentive to get this sold quicker and I can get this off my books quicker, get my money quicker, and save more money. What a concept.
I think you have to go back and watch Wednesday's video to understand that they don't get money.
Well, I'm fully aware of that. I'm just.
And I'm gonna cut you off because I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to get a bar of soap and wash your mouth out if I let you talk
All I
anymore.
said was ass.
You said ass, damn, and hell. I think in the same
those are
same
all
run of words.
Biblical words.
All biblical words.
All
No, I
biblical
love that.
words.
I love that.
They all
You want to call anybody a brood of vipers right now while you're at it?
No.
No?
W.T.
Okay.
Presley.
That's cool. So, hey, commissions. I mean, just think about it for a minute, guys. You're in control. You've got to have that mindset. So, if you've got any other strategies on how you keep your commissions, we'd love to hear them. We have other ones too, but we're just discussing a couple with you here today, and hope somebody out there got some value out of the conversation. At the end of the day, I mean, recognize that even if you have to work an hour or 2 or 3 extra hours to get that extra percentage, that difference between 5 and 6, go run the numbers, guys. It's worth it. Now, I'm not saying that you should fight for the commission at the expense of your homeowner, but I've spent a good afternoon or a good morning fighting for an extra percentage of commissions on a deal because that extra $1,500, $2,000, or $3,000 was absolutely worth an extra 3 hours of my time to fight for it. So think about that for a minute before you just roll over and take 5% commissions. All right, let's wrap it up.
We're done.
We'll see you back here on Monday. Check out the events page for Short Sale Gone Wild. And if you haven't checked out our products page, shortsalepower.com.
Growing.
Yeah, products page. We've got a ton of stuff up there now. Like a bunch of marketing stuff to help you.
More giveaways for you.
Yep, I think we're getting better at marketing.
Of course we are.
Not to you guys, just like personally, like we actually
sellers.
are getting better at marketing to sellers. I can't wait to talk to you guys about this new thing we have. And I'm way teasing this because I may not be able to share it with you for a good 30 days or more. But we've got a great tool to get your sellers off the fence coming soon.
I think it's coming up really soon.
I think it maybe by the end of the month.
Who knows?
All right, go out and have yourself a great day. 1, 2, 3. Short Sale Power Hour! Short Sale Power Hour!
Crush it.
Crush it!
Crush the remote.
Crush it.
I think the remote's
Crush
crushed.
it! Crush it!
Hello.
Crush it!
Hello.
Crush it!
Anybody home?